Hey everyone, today on People Now, John Legend is People's sexiest man alive.
We're taking you behind the scenes of the steamy photo shoot at his house and going one-on-one with the legend himself.
Lisa Vanderpump opens up for the first time about leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, revealing she was in a very dark place. We'll explain.
The sad thing is that we were really trying to make it look good.
Matt Damon and Christian Bale go head-to-head in Ford versus Ferrari.
Demi Lovato goes Instagram official with her boyfriend. We'll tell you everything we've learned about the hot couple.
That's what makes you.
Carol Maraj opens up to us about her new music, her daughter Nicki Minaj, and more.
It's all today live on People Now. Let's go. Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. A big day here at People. We've got a new sexiest man alive. It was all announced Tuesday night on NBC's The Voice. Watch this.
As you may remember, I was 2017 People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive.
Yes, that's true.
And because of that, it is my duty to formally introduce the next Sexiest Man Alive. And he just so happens to be here tonight.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend. 2019 People Magazine Sexiest Man Alive.
There it is.
Legend!
Thank you. Thank you. A bit of a passing of the sexy torch, if you will.
Yeah, there you have it. John Legend, this year's People's sexiest man alive, everybody.
Yes. I'm into this. I think this is such a great
Yeah,
choice.
me too. The masterful musician, adoring husband, doting father, a clear winner, even though he was a bit hesitant about the whole thing.
Yeah.
He told People after hearing that he landed the distinction, he said this, quote, "You know, everyone's going to be picking me apart to see if I'm sexy enough to hold this title."
Yeah, and John's wife, Chrissy Teigen, had some fun on Twitter with her new husband's title, or with her husband's new title.
Yeah,
I should
that's
say.
right.
They're not a new couple. When the announcement was made, Chrissy tweeted this: "My secret is out. I fulfilled my dream of having boned People's sexiest man alive. An honor." She's so funny. I knew she was going to have a blast with this. She also updated her Twitter bio with currently sleeping with People's sexiest man alive.
There you go. John, who shares 2 young children, daughter Luna and son Miles, with Chrissy, also shows his appreciation for his life and all that he has to be grateful for. Watch this.
I'm so proud of my family. I'm so proud that I have a wife and 2 kids that I'm so in love with and so connected to. And I'm also so proud of my career. I love writing songs. I love performing on stage. I love being on The Voice. All the things that I spend most of my time doing as an artist are really enjoyable for me, and I get a lot of joy from it and give a lot of joy to other people. And so it's pretty amazing that I get to do that. Will anything change now that I'm sexiest man alive? Maybe I'll get some respect around this house.
In addition to his talent and Ivy League education, the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony-winning star and voice coach is also an activist who credits his parents with instilling in him and his 3 siblings the importance of good manners and standing up for their beliefs. He says, quote, "Treating people with respect and kindness goes a long way."
Yeah, and guys, we're going to have even more on our Sexiest Man Alive issue later on in the show with People's senior editor Janine Rubenstein, so stick around for that.
Yes, and in honor of John Legend having 2 covers for Sexiest Man Alive, we want to know, which one is your favorite? Do you like Wet John or Dry John better?
Best question of the day we've ever had, I think.
Vote in our People poll. Let us know your thoughts using the hashtag PeopleNow. I like the wet version.
It's a
for
real
sure.
toss-up. I'm pretty neutral right now.
Maybe men would like the dry one better. Women like the coming out of the pool. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. We're going to check in later on and see what you guys think about the 2 covers, but for now we move on to this. Lisa Vanderpump is moving on. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills matriarch and Queen Bee of Vanderpump Rules, opening up for the first time about leaving the show based in the 90210 and coping with the loss of her brother Mark, who died by suicide in April of 2018. In the new issue, Vanderpump tells People, quote, "I realized the fragility of life. For me, that meant dismissing negativity and focusing on the things that I really want to achieve while I'm still here. A lot of that negativity documented on the last season of the hit series."
I swear on my children's life.
You are supposed to be her f***ing friend.
I am her friend.
You're
but I
not a
also have
friend!
to be-
Or you get out. I didn't come here to fight. This is the overall consensus. I care about you and I have a hard time defending you.
You came here to tell me I am a liar.
We're done.
Get the out of my house.
Goodbye, Kyle.
Ooh, super dramatic there. And Lisa adding, quote, grief encourages you to take stock. I'm a strong woman, but I don't have room in my life for nastiness. Now, outside of television, Vanderpump has 2 children, Pandora and Max, with husband Ken Todd as her husband of 37 years. She says that she's ready for a clean slate. She says, quote, I had a great time on The Housewives, the restaurateur and activist who has found a new focus since leaving the show behind, spending more of her energy on her Vanderpump Dog Foundation and LGBTQ causes. Just 3 months after her brother Mark's death, an emotionally fragile Vanderpump began filming the 9th season, Lisa telling People, quote, after my brother died, I was in a very dark place. She says that she was staring at the walls and crying every single day. She says, if I had my choice, I would have just wallowed in grief. And she admits, I was trying to function, but I just wasn't ready. Viewers will remember the dog rescue mishap, which set off a chain of events last season. Lisa saying, I've been in a position where the whole cast has been against me before, but this time I was just done. So is Lisa done with the series forever? Well, never say never, she says, but for now, she plans on continuing the work that matters most. Since its inception in 2016, the Vanderpump Dog Foundation has rescued an estimated 1,300 dogs. Lisa tells People, quote, I hope this work will be my legacy. Of course, you'll be able to get your Lisa fix when her other Bravo series, Vanderpump Rules, returns on January 7th. Check that out. All right, in this week's issue, we are taking a closer look at the relationship between Demi Moore and her 3 daughters, Rumor, Tallulah, and Scout Willis. Moore's relationship with her daughters suffered because of her struggle with addiction, but a source tells us that once Moore got sober and, quote, felt better about herself, she was able to reconnect with her daughters. On November 4th, Rumor and Tallulah joined their mother on Facebook Watch's Red Table Talk and candidly discussed watching their mom slide into alcohol and drug abuse during her marriage with Ashton Kutcher. Tallulah explained how it was weird and how she was very upset and how they had to treat their mom like a child. She says it was not the mom that they had grown up with, explaining, quote, it was like the sun went down and a monster came. But once Moore got sober and started therapy, things improved. A source tells People that there were ups and downs, and at one point, nobody thought things could be right again. But that source adds, quote, she wanted to be a mother and be there for her girls. She's done a great job of recovery. Another source adds that Demi's very happy that she has a great relationship with him again. And Moore is close to her ex-husband Bruce Willis as well, but not to Kutcher, though her daughters are still in contact with Ashton Kutcher. In her recent tell-all memoir, Inside Out, Moore revealed some of her most intimate moments with Kutcher, including allegations of infidelities. Kutcher has not commented on that book, but a source tells People that although he's not happy about it, he pretty much ignores it, adding that he's busy with a full life and that he has moved on. Now watch this.
So tell me, have you done this a lot? Met people on the computer service? Don't you find it's always the same?
You mean the anticipation followed by the letdown? But I tell myself, brace up. This time it will be different. Which is why I must now confess to you a deception on my part. My name is in fact not Brian, it's Roy.
To the future.
And the future continues to shine for Helen Mirren. The movie looks so good. Can't wait for that. The Oscar winner is reflecting on success, beauty, and banishing insecurities. Helen Mirren has always seen beauty as an admirable but irrelevant trait. Helen revealing to People that she had a huge lack of self-confidence, adding that she felt profoundly awkward. Helen decided to build a career playing strong, steely women such as Lady Macbeth and Queen Elizabeth II. Looking back on those early insecure days, Helen Mirren says, quote, I needed to be freer in myself. And she is now one of the most acclaimed actresses in Hollywood. She currently stars in The Good Liar, in which she portrays a widow who might not be as gullible as she seems. Helen pursued her love of performance in 1967 when she joined the prestigious Royal Shakespeare Company. And in 2003, she was named a Dame by Queen Elizabeth. Kind of a big deal. 4 years later, she won the Oscar for Best Actress for playing her in The Queen. And on the personal front, Helen lives in LA with her husband of 22 years, film director Taylor Hackford. The only time the duo has been tabloid fodder was in 2008 when Helen was snapped donning a red bikini while the two were vacationing in Italy. She told People in 2011 that she was posing for her husband. That photo only further cemented her status as a beauty icon, though she disagrees, saying, quote, I'm not beautiful, I'm not Naomi Campbell or Kate Moss. The one attribute that Helen Mirren admires most about herself, though, her timeliness. She says she is rarely late. That's something to admire.
It's important.
The L'Oreal Paris ambassador says the key to aging gracefully is to, quote, really not make yourself the center of the universe. She adds, find a way of making other people more important than yourself, or at least as important as yourself. Ask questions and enjoy the amazing, wonderful, miraculous variety of life. The Good Liar hits theaters November 15th. And now, Andrea, you have even more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, I do. Really excited about this. We're kicking off Star Trek today in the best way possible with reactions from several former sexiest men alive. Watch.
I'm gonna wear them. Don't you want to wear the shit? So drop something right there. That's your
yeah.
That's
Have you seen it?
People's sexiest man.
I still wear this. You've got that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have an issue somewhere. I have a few of yours.
Yeah, I sent you
usually
one.
I cut the eyes out and the mouth, but that's just me. That's just how I roll. So
In an Instagram post on Wednesday morning, former sexiest man alive Hugh Jackman praised the current title holder, John Legend, while also poking fun at another sexiest man alive alum, Ryan Reynolds. Hugh captioned his video in part, "Dear John, massive congrats on joining this very, very prestigious group. 99% of the time People magazine gets it right," adding, "But a word of caution, there is the 1%. Exhibit A. It's important that you fall in with the right crowd." That's so hilarious. Ryan was chosen as sexiest man alive in 2010, while Hugh was chosen in 2008. Now, People's most recent SMA, Idris Elba, tweeted his congrats too and poked fun at another former title holder in the process, writing to John, quote, "You deserve it. Do not tell The Rock. He still thinks he's got the title. I didn't have the heart to tell him when I took it." 2016 sexiest man alive Dwayne The Rock Johnson didn't let that slide. He sent his own congratulations to John, saying, "Welcome to the club. You earned this one just like I did." And unlike Idris Elba, who paid People 50% of his future earnings for his sexy title, the three of us will raise a tequila glass soon. Congrats again, you sexy SOB. And finally, John sat down for a little trailer talk with former title holder and his Voice co-star Blake Shelton. He got Blake's advice for what to expect now that he holds the title.
You know, I made a lot more money that year because people were just buying just buying dinner, sending me money through the mail. It was amazing.
Were you already dating Gwen at this point?
I could fly, not like a long way.
Okay.
But if you run and jump, you can jump a lot farther.
Once
than
you
you
declare
could before.
Okay.
It's like superhero powers.
Okay.
And erections lasted longer. Longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Longer. It's a family show.
I mean, it all makes a lot of sense there. John and Blake went on to sing a very smooth rendition of Right Said Fred's song, "I'm Too Sexy." I love that they all have so much fun with the title. We'll have even more on John as sexiest man alive later on in the show, so stick around for that. All right, Taylor Swift has a big announcement. And if you love her song Lover, you're gonna wanna hear this.
Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about something that I'm really excited about. There is a new version of Lover coming, a remix featuring someone who I'm such a huge fan of, who I've known for a really long time, and someone that I've always really been dying to collaborate with. So, drum roll please, it is featuring Shawn Mendes.
Woo! Very exciting. The two megastars are aligning to create some beautiful music together.
Lover.
Yeah, Taylor Swift plus Shawn Mendes equals instant hit? I think so. Taylor was excited to announce the single on Instagram, writing, "Well, guys, it finally happened. We did a collaboration." Get it? Like collaboration.
That guy is a play on words. Yeah.
She added, "I'm so stoked that our remix of Lover is out now." And Taylor released her 7th album, also titled Lover, back in August. Shawn's version of the title track adds new verses that some fans are calling a love letter to Camila Cabello. Here are just some of those new lyrics. "Look in my eyes, they will tell you the truth. The girl in my story has always been you. I'd go down with the Titanic. It's true for you, Lover." Ooh, I like that. Very
It's
sweet.
romantic, poetic.
Yeah, Shawn also made an announcement about the song on Instagram, writing in part, "Thank you, Taylor Swift, for letting me join you on such a beautiful song." And fans are here for it. One fan saying, "Wow, gorgeous." Another commenting, "OMG, OMG, OMG, what? I can't deal. I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, my dream collab is complete." Shawn Mendes and Taylor Swift are making dreams come true. All right, we move on to this. Demi Lovato appears to have a new man in her life. Late Tuesday night, the singer shared a romantic Instagram photo of herself with model Austin Wilson. In it, a shirtless Austin is giving Demi a kiss on the cheek as she smiles for the camera. The PDA-filled pic is captioned, "My heart emoji." Austin posted a photo to his own Instagram account at the same time, showing him giving Demi a hug from behind. The model captioned the cozy snap, "My love." It's all very romantic and
It really
sweet.
is. It's super sweet.
On his Instagram story Tuesday night, Austin also posted a photo of himself playing with Demi's dog. That's when you know it's serious. According to his Instagram page, Austin works as a model in Los Angeles and celebrated his 25th birthday in May. Though it's unclear how he and Demi met, they were both friends with model Thomas Trussell III, who died early last month. That's according to Page 6. Now, Demi was most recently linked to Bachelorette contestant Mike Johnson, though the two never made their romance official on social media. In October, a source confirmed to People that the budding romance between the two was, as they put it, done. The pair first struck up a relationship after Mike appeared on Hannah Brown's season of The Bachelorette. She was always kind of tweeting about him. They reportedly went on more than one date after flirting online. Mike previously admitted that Demi kisses really well, but I think that was his mistake because he was kind of going around talking about her in interviews.
Yeah.
And I think that was not a good look.
And then by the time he was here in our studio, he was real coy about it and realized, like, I think he had to rein it in.
And they may have been done at that time.
They might have been,
because
right.
he wouldn't give us anything.
No,
and
right.
Don't talk about her in interviews.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good. Anyway, she's been through a lot, and I'm happy that she found love with this new guy. Earlier in November, Demi opened up in her first major interview since her overdose in July of 2018. She spoke about how she's stronger than ever, adding that when she looks in the mirror, she sees a fighter. She also promised she's going to continue to fight no matter what is thrown in her way. Really happy for her. All right, Lauren Akins is glowing as she gets ready for baby number 3. Lauren and her country star husband, Thomas Rhett, hit the red carpet at the 67th annual BMI Country Awards in Nashville on Tuesday, and it was a very sweet moment for the couple who posed happily together while Lauren cradled her growing baby bump. She looked absolutely gorgeous in a fitted gold dress that hugged her belly. As for Thomas, he opted for a 2-piece black suit and a pair of Gucci loafers. The couple, who wed in 2012, already shared 2 daughters together, 4-year-old Willa Gray and 2-year-old Ada James. Now, in their 7th year of marriage, the couple is adding to the family. Lauren and Thomas announced they were expecting a baby on Instagram back in July. While announcing the news, Thomas joked, saying he was excited to share that he will now be paying for 3 weddings. There you go. He explained that he feels so blessed to have another baby on the way and that it's going to be a girl. While adding a new child is far from stress-free, the soon-to-be father of 3 opened up about how he and Lauren have found a more peaceful spot while awaiting their baby girl. At a press conference in Nashville last month, Thomas said, quote, "Before I had kids, I never really imagined that I would be this at peace with 2 and 1 on the way. I thought I'd be like, what in the world is happening? But we really do feel right now that we're at a more peaceful spot than we've ever been. Maybe we found the calm in the crazy somehow." Well, it looks like they'll have some extra help. Lauren stopped by People Now back in September, and according to her, she'll have a little special helper around the house.
Willa Gray, that's all she wants to do. She's such a natural mother already. I see her mothering Ada James, and she will be my biggest help. I know she will. I will have her on running to get diapers and need some more wipes, or can you get her bottle? Can you watch her for 30 seconds while I walk out of the room for something? Willa Gray will own that. Ada James, I would not put it past her to body slam the baby. So
everyone's got their lane.
We're gonna have to watch her. We're gonna have to watch her for a little bit.
Just a little sibling rivalry there. At the press conference last month, Thomas said he realizes that he and Lauren will need to make some changes for their growing family, revealing that a new home is also in their future. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, stay with us. Nicki Minaj's mom, Carol, has a brand new single, and she's commenting on Nicki's recent marriage. Plus, we hear from Christian Bale and Matt Damon on their new movie, Ford vs. Ferrari. That's coming up in just a little bit.
All right, we've been asking you to vote on which John Legend Sexiest Man Alive cover is your favorite in our People poll. Wet or dry?
Dry John. Dry John.
Everyone's
I think the Dry John is more put together, right? I mean, even though he's got the loose bow tie, but still.
Yeah, they both look great though.
Yeah, great covers for sure. And look, the double issue, you get 2 of them, right? You got to get them both. Kind of check them both out and see what's different. Even if you do like the dry, you get the wet too. All right, keep voting. For now, we move on to this.
All right, Sarah Palin claims she found out Todd Palin, her husband of more than 3 decades, was seeking a divorce while she routinely checked her email.
Yeah, in a new interview with Christian author James Dobson, the former Alaska governor opened up about how the filing has emotionally affected her and why her marriage is not over. Sarah claimed that she first learned about Todd's desire to split when one of his lawyers emailed her in June. She tells the author, quote, "It was devastating. I thought I got shot." The filing became official in September on Todd's 55th birthday and a week after they celebrated their 31st wedding anniversary.
That would be a really crazy way to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now she said the two are still working to repair their relationship. Sarah tells James Dobson, "We're going through counseling now, so it's not over. Attorneys are getting rich off of us, and I don't like that whole system. It makes no sense to me." That was her quote. She added that God doesn't want families to give up.
Sarah and Todd share 5 children together, the youngest being 11-year-old Trig, who Todd is seeking joint custody of. Sarah said it helps her that her kids aren't happy with the idea of their parents splitting. It motivates her to try to rebuild the marriage.
Yeah, the last decade turned the Palins into household names, first as groundbreakers. Sarah was Alaska's youngest and first female governor and was seen as a curveball for a Republican presidential ticket, then as lightning rods. They did not shy away from the spotlight after Sarah left office. Sarah told people in 2010, "When you're granted influence, you don't squander it. I realize that people can stop listening to me at any time. As long as my kids don't stop, I'm fine with it."
One of the most iconic moments was when Tina Fey, of course, portrayed Sarah Palin on Saturday Night Live, in some ways only aided in Sarah's iconic status. Tina Fey won an Emmy for her role as Sarah Palin. We remember that, and man, we just, I guess we'll keep you posted as that story continues to develop.
Yeah, all right. Have you seen this on your news feeds? Because it has gone viral. A truly cringeworthy picture of a plane passenger dangling her bare feet over the headrest of another
Come
plane.
on.
I can't believe this is real.
Let me just say this. Even when I'm flying with like my kids, I won't even let them touch the seat in front of them, much less someone thinking this is okay.
This is insane.
Terrible flight. On Sunday, Reddit user 80and4 shared this photo of a distraught-looking woman sitting in her seat on an airplane. The woman's brow furrowed, as you see. Honestly, the pain in her eyes there. In the captions, the user wrote, "This is the one thing I am most worried about before getting on a plane." Well, that's not the only thing I'm worried
Thinking
about.
of how you're sitting in a plane, is that even comfortable to have your body in that way that your legs would be that high? I don't know. The picture was posted in a forum called Mildly Infuriating. I think it's a little more than mild there. It's unclear whether the Reddit user is the woman in the photo or not, and no information about which airline they were flying or where they were traveling was provided, but the picture is enough.
At this point, there's so many stories like this. How can you not be aware of how
There's
that
entire
is
Instagram accounts dedicated to this kind of thing.
So the post has since garnered 31.2 thousand upvotes and 1,000 comments, with many horrified users sharing their 2 cents on the travel travesty. Here's one user writing, "Lick their feet to establish dominance." Not a terrible idea, maybe. Many suggested tickling or sneezing on the feet. That'd probably solve it. Or maybe just like reach up there and give it a
Would you say something?
Here's the thing, I hate confrontation, so I would probably just put up with it.
I know, I hate confrontation.
But you know what? If it was pushing on my seat, then I would say something. But if it was just up there,
You imagine just looking up and there's just feet right above you? Sadly, this is not the only nasty foot-related sight to surface in recent months. In July, this video was posted on Twitter of a man on a plane scrolling through the in-flight entertainment system using his bare feet.
at least that's kind of a practical situation.
Okay, but that's ridiculous.
We don't want to lean all the way up. Anyway, the video.
He's also really good with his feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not easy to do.
Like, more of a special skill, actually, than
Yeah.
a gross thing. The video was quickly spread across the social media platform. It has received over 10.7 million views. Look,
What's your biggest pet peeve, Jeremy, on a flight?
more, this. When you land, you pull up to the gate, and as soon as the thing, people unbuckle and run up the aisle and just clog it up. You're not going to get out of the plane faster. Like 2 aisles, just sit down, relax. That and the middle seat automatically gets both armrests.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right, the aisle gets the aisle, the window gets the window. You can
Yeah.
give the middle seat the armrest.
Yeah, I don't like
you?
smelly food, but I'm also someone that accidentally did that one time.
Yeah, with
I don't know what I was thinking.
tuna, right?
This was like 7 years ago. I did order tuna on a plane and immediately regretted it, and I threw it out, or I just didn't have it.
Caveat, though.
I hate to bother other people, and that smells so strong. They should not sell that on a
They
on
served
a flight.
it. So that was more on the
they
flight.
should not be
on the
selling
airline.
tuna.
Why are you serving tuna on an
But why
airline?
would I order it? It's the smelliest food that's out there, really.
And you just threw it away.
Well, I just covered it.
Oh,
'Cause
just
I was
covered it,
like,
right,
As soon as no way. It was
Seal it, wait till
yeah.
later.
Anyway, keep us posted on other issues you have on flights.
Yeah, let us know. Hashtag people know.
All right, the sexiest man issue also includes some other hot men and when their partners find them the sexiest. So first up, the couple who sweats together stays together.
I find him sexiest when he's working out because he's so focused on his fitness. He's not noticing that I'm oogling and ogling him. But yeah, he looks amazing. He's sweaty. His muscles are bursting out.
Bursting.
They're bursting out.
It's a good one.
Yeah, he's super cute.
Yeah, bursting out, that is a good one. Nothing like your wife kind of checking you out. Gabrielle Union shares that she finds her husband Dwayne Wade sexiest when he's lifting weights. The couple work out together 5 days a week doing cardio and weight training. Dwayne makes sure to include a quick run around the block every once in a while too.
I love round the block run, you know, like you see on the movies, but
He likes the thirst trap for our neighbors.
No, I don't. No,
I'm like, are you going?
No, I'm just trying to, like, you know, burn a little, trying to make sure my abs is right.
It's very Desperate Housewives on these jogs that he takes to the neighborhood without his shirt on.
And the Wade's joke that as part of their prenup, Dwayne has to stay fit with about a 10-pound swing.
Little wiggle room there.
Yeah, but Gabrielle shares that even though she loves seeing Dwayne work up a sweat, seeing him with their daughter Kavya is so sweet.
My heart literally explodes when I see them, and she looks like a little. She actually looks like a little clone of Dee, and so watching them together is like a little piece of him. Like the best part of him is tootling, waddling around.
I think that's so sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's move on to this. Being an amazing father, that is also at the top of Jeremiah Brent's list of what he finds most sexy about husband Nate Berkus, as well as a few other things.
He's a very good kisser. He's very intelligent. He's super creative. And he's very humble, which is my favorite part of him. Said nobody ever.
Man, we've interviewed them a few times. They are the most gorgeous couple.
Yeah, they're a hot couple, yeah.
They're a hot couple. And in addition to being a good kisser and creative, Jeremiah says that Nate is an endless database of information.
He is insatiable when it comes to reading. He reads like 3 books a month. It like calms me down to lay in bed next to him and see him reading. I usually put on House Hunters for 5 minutes and then pass out because I'm always just fascinated with what you can get for $900 in Istanbul.
Well, I mean, yeah, House Hunters is amazing. Jeremiah and Nate have been married for 5 years. They share 2 children, 4-year-old daughter Poppy and 20-month-old son Oscar. Nate reveals that what's special about their relationship is that they're both willing to be vulnerable and intimate.
If you're willing to be vulnerable, it means you're willing to be known, and we're willing to know each other. The sides of us that aren't so great, the sides of us that are really challenging, the sides of him that are super challenging.
There's hardly any.
I mean, like the days that he's
You
really
are a
difficult.
monster.
I think vulnerability is very sexy.
Okay, yeah, it is.
What? Do you not agree?
No, absolutely is.
Yeah.
It's essential.
Yeah. And while Jeremiah finds Nate sexiest with a good book in his hands, Vanessa Lachey reveals husband Nick is sexiest when he's using his hands.
Nick is a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I love that about him. And realized that it was extremely sexy when I was lounging by the pool and I just see him get up, not be lazy, grab the pool skimmer and start cleaning leaves out of the pool.
Right there.
We've been together for over 13 years, so we've been together.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. And it's nice when a guy takes initiative to clean something, even if it's the pool. And in fact, it's the most sexiest to me because he's also in some trunks or having just come out of the pool. Like I just see 80s hairband music and slow motion. Nick Lachey.
She was clearly a huge 98 Degrees fan.
Oh, yeah.
No question about that. It's not only doing yard work, though, that gets Vanessa swooning. It's seeing her man up on stage.
If I am mad at Nick for something, I will go to his next concert because I will see him on stage and immediately forget why I'm mad. I'm like, okay.
Which is why she stays on tour all the time.
No, truly, I told him,
Constant.
like, whenever I see him perform, it's something very sexy, for lack of a better term, to see him perform and do his thing. And so, yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll let it go that he blah, 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 blah.
And Vanessa and Nick have been married for 8 years and share 3 children. Vanessa reveals that Nick is such a hands-on dad, and he always makes a point to wake up with the kids.
It's sexy in a way that is full of love because I can lean on him, I can depend on him. I know he's gonna be there. He's like, nothing will stop me from letting my kids be the first thing that they see when they wake up.
So many sexy men, but there can only be one cover guy each year, and John Legend sure knows how to share his happiness. Watch this.
I don't care too much about awards and titles, and it's just not something I've thought much about.
What do you have on right now?
Oh, this?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, it's just a little necklace, a little something I created for myself. Sexiest, yeah, just a little acronym. Stands for Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, Sexiest Man Alive. I'm the sexiest man alive!
He sure is. John Legend has fulfilled his award must-have list. He's got the Emmy, he's got the Grammy, he's got the Oscar, he's got the Tony, now he's got the SMA.
Yeah, and here to break down why John is this year's Sexiest Man Alive is People's senior editor, Janine Rubenstein. Janine, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Great to talk to you.
Great choice, by the way.
Yes,
Let's talk about this. He's obviously the Sexiest Man Alive, gets 2 covers.
Yes.
We got the dry, we got the wet look, 2 options for people. That's a pretty
Absolutely.
unique thing this year.
Yeah, it's the first time we've done that split cover, and we just kind of wanted to show all these different sides of him. There are so many reasons why he is Sexiest Man Alive this year, and we're giving 2 right there. He looks good wet, he looks good dry.
Yeah.
He can hang a tux.
I'm kind of imagining the boardroom upstairs and it just being like this argument about like, no, the dry one, no, that's the pool.
It's hard to choose, but which would you choose is your favorite?
I mean, that wet cover.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm talking about.
Coming up, the bicep, everything is just looking good.
And of course, John is married to Chrissy Teigen, who's so funny. And she's keeping John humble by bragging to all her Twitter followers that the Sexiest Man Alive just made me a ham sandwich. So she's always been so hilarious on Twitter, and she's having a lot of fun with this. Did you know when you picked him that she was just gonna go all out?
That was the one thing we were waiting for. Like, what is she gonna say? Like, you know Chrissy is gonna take to social media and just have everyone cracking up. And she did it. She talked about how she's very excited to be, I'll say, sleeping with the Sexiest Man Alive. All of those fun things. She's so excited about it. And that's one of the things he told us too, is that he was excited, a little scared, but she was really excited.
Well, let's talk about this. These two, such a great relationship. Let's take a listen to John sharing why Chrissy is by far the one. Watch.
We have great chemistry. She makes me laugh all the time. She's a wonderful mother. She's my best friend. And she inspires some good love songs too.
Yeah, and she's starred in more than one of his music videos. Tell us more about what he said about Chrissy and about their family.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote one of his biggest hits, All of Me, about Chrissy. That's just how in love he is with her. And he talks about just being a good husband is so easy with her because she's so funny and they're so in it together. She is just very different from him in that she's so open and chatty and all of that, and he's a little more reserved, but they complement each other so well. He's just in love.
Yeah, and John admits to having somewhat of an awkward phase growing up, which is kind of hard to imagine because he's so Sexiest Man Alive worthy.
Right?
But yeah, what did he tell you?
He's so composed now, but in high school and in college, he was 2 years younger than all of his, classmates. He started really early. He's brilliant, Ivy League educated, but he was socially awkward for a long time. And he said his piano skills actually helped him in that department later on. He was able to write songs for girls and things like that.
Yeah, the music really, I was, as we were talking before, I feel like one of the times he's the most like swoon-worthy is when he's behind that piano and just belting it out. So John's obviously following in the footsteps of Idris Elba, also in the footsteps of fellow Voice judges, the former one, Adam Levine, and then Blake Shelton. What did John have to say about them?
He was so excited because when he first joined The Voice, he was like, the only thing I don't have, I have an EGOT, an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, but I don't have Sexiest Man Alive. And Adam Levine and Blake Shelton had one.
Right.
Well, now he doesn't have to worry about that. He's an EGOTSMA, as he calls himself.
Now, some other men who made the list, Brad Pitt. So he was Sexiest Man Alive in 1995, and he's been having another great year now. What do you love about Brad Pitt?
I mean, that scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Shirtless Brad Pitt now is just as hot as shirtless Brad Pitt then.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, he's really, he's kept it all together. Jason Momoa, of course, shocked fans by shaving off his signature beard this year. That was a big moment, but he still made the magazine, still made SMA.
Yes, and it's back now.
Yeah.
The beard is back, but he is Aquaman. He is so gorgeous. He'll always be Khal Drogo to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course he made this list.
Sure.
Yeah, then you got the Jonas Brothers. I mean, they had a huge year with the reunion, 2 big weddings. Why did they make the list?
I mean, they are so sexy together. We love seeing them back together now. And then those weddings, I mean, from India to Vegas, they just checked off all the boxes.
Yeah, and readers also got the chance to kind of get in on this for some specific categories. No surprise, Sexiest Dad, talk about that.
Oh my God, Prince Harry.
Yeah, right?
Sexiest new dad is Prince Harry, and I mean, little Archie and him, he like is so doting and holds him all the time, hands on, like, you just gotta love it.
And Liam Hemsworth pulling in the win for Sexiest Newly Single. That's a fun category. It's a way to get back at your ex without having to really do anything.
Yeah.
You didn't.
He has been laying very low since splitting with Miley Cyrus, but I mean, he's still hot. And when he does surface, we remember, oh, he's single now.
Yeah, it definitely, that's a cool category. I do like that. Before we let you go, you were there doing the interview. You were at the house for the photo shoot and all of it. What was your biggest takeaway that you tell your friends when you're having drinks about that experience?
Oh my goodness. I mean, seeing him just jump in the pool, like he just learned to swim in that pool. He learned to swim for his kids because
at
they
home.
were
at their home pool.
They were learning to swim, and he was like, well, I should too. But also, they were just so welcoming. Like, once you get past security, you go in the house and Chrissy's like, is Luna over there? And like, they're just so down to earth and chill. It was the best.
How cute are the kids?
Oh my God. Just little cherubs, like so sweet. Miles was like crying and then cracking up and then crying and cracking up. Luna's running around in a princess costume. It was everything.
Yeah, Chrissy actually tweeted about with the kids finding out, and they had like no response. Like, all right, whatever.
Could care less.
Yeah.
They will though.
They'll
care
One day
later.
they'll care. Janine, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And if you want to read more about this year's Sexiest Man Alive and all the men chosen, pick up the latest issue of People on newsstands Friday.
That's what makes you.
What Makes You is a new single by Carol Maraj, who happens to be the mother of another singer that you might have heard of, Nicki Minaj.
Yes, our guest host, Mako, sat down with Carol to talk about her new music, Nicki, and so much more. Watch this.
You've been singing your whole life, but this song is a departure for you, right?
This song is a little different from from the songs I usually sing or write. This is it's more pop, and it's not gospel.
Okay.
It kind of encourages people to love themselves.
Yeah.
It's kind of encourage you to build your self-esteem. It's really a feel-good song. It's different from what I usually do.
As you mentioned, the song is about self-love. What do you love the most about yourself?
About myself?
Yeah.
I love the fact that I am. It doesn't matter people's opinion about me. What matters is how I feel. Because people will have several opinions. But it's just you got to know that it makes no sense to worry what people think, because it will really slow you down and take away your focus.
Now that's a word. I know it's not a gospel song, but you're preaching right now. Now, speaking of music, though, I do have to ask, would you ever collaborate with your daughter, Nicki?
I would love to do that one day.
Do you have in mind what sort of track it would be? Would it be more gospel, or would it be?
I think it would be gospel.
Did she catch her love of music from you? Do you think you?
I think so. Yeah.
Did you sing a lot?
I sang all the time when they were young. I would be doing my dishes and singing. When they heard me sing, they would just leave whatever they were doing upstairs and run down to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's something they did all the time. They always hear me singing around the house.
See, Mama, I know that you can throw down in the kitchen, so I need to know what you were singing when you were throwing down in the kitchen.
Okay, honestly, I used to sing a lot of Diana Ross songs, Kay and Hurry Love. So Nicki, they grew up hearing these oldies, and Gladys Knight, Midnight Train to Georgia. I used to sing songs like that.
See, I want to hear some of that. We're going to cut these cameras, and then we're going to have a little sing. I'm just going to listen to you sing. All right, let's switch to a little more serious topic. Let's talk about some of the work you're doing. Tell us about your foundation, the Carol Maraj Foundation, and how that sort of came about.
Well, first, me being a survivor of domestic violence, I started to think a lot about other women. I started feeling a burden for them. And the next step was I visited some shelters and to speak with them and feel, get a feel about what's really going on. After hearing so many different stories that really brought a lot of tears, we sat around the table and there was just tears and stuff. I was moved to start the foundation.
Now this Christmas you're hosting a brunch catering to escaping domestic abuse, and on International Women's Day on March 8th, the foundation is also hosting its first annual Carol Maraj Foundation Gala. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I wanted to bring a couple women from the shelters for the brunch, because it's Christmas time and I wanted them to feel loved. So I thought that it would be good to do, to do a brunch and invite some women from the shelters. Yeah. So that's really my goal, so they can really feel loved and feel like a queen for the day.
Carol's daughter, Nicki Minaj, also announced she was married last month to Kenneth Petty, who she'd been dating since 2018. So we had to ask Carol about the newlyweds.
How happy are you for them?
I'm very happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine my mom was super ecstatic on the day of my wedding. I actually gave her my bouquet. I was like, I'm not even gonna toss it out to the crowd. And did you get a chance to talk with her before the wedding?
Well, she'd been saying that she was going to do something small, and then do something big within a year. Mm-hmm. So my only thing was I just wanted her to get married because, and I'm really excited and elated to know that she did.
Yeah, and congrats to you and the whole family. What about Kenneth and Nicki do you think makes them a good match for each other?
I never really think about it, but I realize when I see them interact that they seem very happy to me.
Yeah, they're a good balance.
Yes.
I'm the talkative one. My husband is the quiet one. He just lets me run my mouth. He's like, go, you do that for a living, so you do that. So they balance each other really well like that.
Very well.
Now, for more from Carol Maraj, make sure to listen to her single, What Makes You. It is out now. And now we move on to this. Watch.
How long have we known each other, Ken? I ever break a promise to you? I will put you in the driver's seat at Le Mans if you just shut your mouth and let me do my thing. All right.
Come here. If you ever would have told me that Born and Batman would have a big screen fight, it wouldn't have looked like this.
Well, it would at our age.
You're not that old. Did you guys have a chance to help choreograph that and just like, let's make this ridiculous and like really
No, the sad thing is that we were really trying to make it look good.
We knew a lot was riding on it. It was going to be Batman versus Bourne, so we spent months training, and that was the best we could do.
In Ford versus Ferrari, Matt Damon's Carroll Shelby and Christian Bale's race car driver Ken Miles are teaming up. They want to build the first American-made vehicle to take down the Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans race in France. And they plan to do it with a Ford.
Yes, it's the classic underdog story. And when Rachel Smith, over at her affiliate station, KVVU in Las Vegas, caught up with the movie stars, Matt Damon opened up about his real-life experience with that underdog feeling.
Can you remember and relate to a time when you felt like the underdog?
I think all actors kind of feel that all the time.
Really, still?
Well, I mean, it's just, I don't think I ever felt totally secure in my career. You know what I mean? Starting out is so tough, and you get passed over and rejected so many times that that's kind of baked into you in a way. But it's that kind of sword of Damocles over your head all the time.
So good to hear from them. I can't wait for that movie. And coming up tomorrow, guys, we're joined live by Alfonso Ribeiro and Jerry O'Connell. They are sharing all their holiday plans and their favorite traditions.
Oh, I can't wait. They're so fun. Plus, are you watching Watchmen? Actress Jean Smart joins us live to talk about the new hit HBO series. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from the first Indian American woman to win Miss America in 2014, who is beautiful inside and out. Bye.
Hi, I'm Nina Davalori, and this is One Last Thing. The last country I visited was Italy while we were shooting the documentary Complexion. My last big splurge was a pair of YSL shoes. The last time I laughed so hard I cried was definitely last week with my college besties. We went to the University of Michigan Penn State game. No, we did not win, but we still had a good time.